Hi, I'm Stacey Turner. Welcome to today's yoga session. This practice is centered around opening up your heart, connecting in more deeply with yourself, and having an opportunity to connect in with love and compassion, whilst also having a chance to move your body through a Vinyasa style flow. As always, this is your practice, so modify as needed depending on how you're feeling today. And let's begin today's session in Balasana, child's pose. Head towards the back of your mat. Either take your knees wide with your big toes touching and arms outstretched down your mat, or you might prefer to have your knees together and arms down either side of your body. Whichever variation you choose, bring your forehead to the earth. Close down your eyes and start to deepen into your breath. Allow your body to fully arrive here on your mat. As you land and settle, allow the outer edges of your physical body to begin to soften. With each deep inhale, breathe in new energy. And with each exhale, land a little deeper, a little heavier onto your mat, into the earth. As you take your inhale from the base of your belly all the way to the top of your lungs, breathe into the backside of your body, the back of your heart space. And as you exhale, sink your hips closer to your heels. Allow your heart to open towards the earth. Continue these deep yogic breaths, filling up from your belly all the way up to the top of your chest and back down. And tune into your breath to allow you to stay more centered, more tuned into yourself. Take 3 more deep breaths here. And start to walk your hands back in towards your body. Press your way up, either into Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose and kneeling position here, or if you prefer to come to an easy cross-legged position onto your hips, one leg crossed in front of the other for Sukhasana, or coming into Siddhasana with one heel in front of the other. Lengthen up through your spine, close down your eyes and draw your hands to your heart here. Anjali Mudra, prayer position. And take a couple of deep breaths in your seated posture to lengthen up through your spine. And to ground heavier into your seat. Take a moment here with your eyes closed down and your hands to your heart to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe there's something specific on your mind that speaks to you now. Or maybe you resonate with this idea of opening your heart, of tuning into love and compassion for yourself. And let's open the practice with the sound of one resonating Om, the sound of the universe, the sound of all creation. There's 3 sounds here, Ah, U, and So let's begin with a deep full cycle of breath. Pour it out, option for through your mouth here. Inhale to prepare for your Om. Gently blink open your eyes. Clasp your fingers as you inhale, lift your elbows, frame your face. As you exhale, push your palms out in front, round through your upper back. Inhale, press your palms to sky, lengthen up. As you exhale, circle around your body, bring your fingers to your lower back. Inhale, pull your hands away, maybe draw the heels of your hands towards one another. As you exhale, without slingshotting your hands, bring them back to your heart. Clasp your fingers and again, inhale, elbows high. Exhale, push away. Inhale, lift up bright to the sky. Exhale, big circle around your whole entire self. Clasp your fingers behind you. Inhale, reach away. Open your chest, your heart. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. This time, inhale your arms wide. Stretch from fingertip to fingertip. Draw your right elbow in front of your face. Sweep your left arm under and around to come into eagle arms here, Garuda arms. You might take the palms of your hands towards one another or just have your hands stacked side by side. An option to stay here and stretch through your upper back, or you might like to move with your breath. Your choice. Inhale to elbows lift. Exhale for elbows to lower. 2 more breaths, either in stillness or with movement. Come back to a neutral spine. Inhale your arms wide. Exhale, left arm in front of your face, right arm sweeps under and around. In this bind, this connection, draw your energy into your heart center. And then inhale to lift up, open up. Exhale to draw in. Again, option to stay in stillness with your breath if you prefer. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Last one. Find your way back to center. Release your arms open. Take your left leg out. Reach your right hand behind you. Keep your right knee bent. As you inhale, come up onto your knee, your hand, and your foot. Reach your hand to the sky, rock star pose here. Maybe gaze up towards your hand or back towards the earth, feel into how your neck feels today. Take one more heart-opening breath here. And exhale to lower back down. Take it over to the second side. Right leg outstretched, left leg drawn in. Take your left hand behind you as you inhale, sweep up to the sky. Open your heart. Breathe deep here for 2 more deep breaths. And then lower your way back down. Find your way onto all fours. Stack your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers wide and plug down through your palms. Press the tops of your feet down into the earth, and you might like to sway your hips from side to side. As you inhale, open your chest forward, tilt your hips high to the sky, come into your cow pose here. And as you exhale, round through your spine, draw in. Twice more, inhale, heart open. Exhale, draw in. One more time, lift it open. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, back to center. Curl your toes, lift your hips, come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And feel free to take a moment here as you pedal out through your feet. You might bend into one knee as you straighten into the other. Shift your weight from side to side. Gaze to the top of your mat. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and step your way up towards your hands. As you inhale, take a halfway lift, hands to shins or earth, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. As you inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Press your palms above your head. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep them here as you take a cleansing breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Next inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, find your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here, in through your nose. Out through your nose. One more. Use your next inhale to lift your heels. Exhale to bend your knees. Gaze to the top of your mat and step or float up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Inhale, arms wide, reach to the sky. Press your palms above your head, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Cleansing breath here in. Pour it out. One more time in. Breathe it out from your heart. Gently open your eyes. Inhale, sweep to sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step or float back into your plank. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. Continue to spread your fingers wide and plug down through your palms. Spin your inner thighs behind you and see if you can tilt your hips a little higher to the sky. At the end of your out breath, lift your heels, bend your knees, gaze to the top of your mat, step or float. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, gaze forward, heart forward. Sole of your foot to your inner calf. Maybe use your hand to bring your foot to your inner thigh. Hug up through your standing leg and take your gaze to something in front of you that's not moving to help with your balance. Squeeze your foot to your leg to your foot, muscle onto bone. You might stay here with your hands to heart center, or you might open up from your heart, lift your hands to the sky. You might press thumb to forefinger here for chin mudra, a hand gesture to lift your awareness, your consciousness. Maybe lift your gaze and take one more deep breath here. Shine bright. As you exhale, draw your hands back into your heart, lower your foot back to the earth. Take your weight over into your second side. Hug up through your standing leg, draw your hip in towards the center. Turn your right knee out, option to stay here in kickstand, or bring the sole of your foot to your inner calf, or all the way up to your inner thigh. Now, no option is any better than the other. It's just whatever your body is feeling into today. And wherever you're at is just right. It's not about being able to do the poses. It's about what we learn when we're practicing to do them. So feel into that. What expectations are you setting for yourself here? Let them go. Allow yourself to just be here, enjoying being in your body. If you did so on the other side, or even if you didn't, you might like to raise your palms to the sky, lift your gaze, bring thumb to forefinger, and open up from the center of your chest. Welcome the wobbles, and maybe when you let go of the expectation of trying to do the pose perfectly, you might find more joy and more stillness in the pose. Maybe allow a little smile to come into your face. Notice how that lifts your energy. And as you exhale, gently draw everything back down to your center. From the top of your mat here, inhale, sweep to sky. Exhale, bow and forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, hands to floor, step or jump back into your plank. Take 2 to 3 deep breaths here. Reset your position. Open your heart a little more as you shift your chest back towards your thighs. And reconnect with your intention. At the end of your third exhale, lower your knees down to the earth. Bring your hips onto your mat. Bring your legs out in front of you and press the soles of your feet against one another to come into a butterfly position here. Your knees can be wherever they fall. You might like to hold them for a little support to lift up your chest here. Or if they fall a little closer to the earth, you might feel better holding onto your ankles. As you inhale, lift up your heart. As you exhale, lead with your heart forwards. Maybe close down your eyes. To lower yourself down onto your spine. Once you land here, hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a little squeeze, maybe a rock from side to side. Place the soles of your feet down onto the earth at about hip distance, knees pointing up to the sky. Roll your shoulder heads back and down. As you inhale, start to lift your hips off the floor, your lower back, your mid back. Keep your shoulders to the earth. And stay here and breathe in your bridge pose, or you might start to bring your arms a little closer underneath your body towards one another. And maybe draw the heels of your hands towards one another here. Keep your knees stacked over your ankles and continue to squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. And breathe deep here for 3, for 2, For 1. Gently release the clasp of your hands out to the side. Lower your hips back down all the way to the earth. Take your feet out wide to the long edges of your mat and let both of your knees come over to your left side. Allow your arms to be outstretched, or maybe cactus your arms by bending your elbows to 90 degrees. You might stay here, a gentle supine twist with a heart opening gesture from your chest. Or you might like to place your left heel over your right knee. Feel free to close down your eyes and take 3 more deep breaths here. Two more. Last one. Release your left heel if it's hooked over your right knee. Come back to center. Inhale, belly to spine. Exhale over to your second side. Maybe place your right heel over your left knee. And allow yourself 3 full deep breaths here. Option to exhale out through your mouth. Breathe into your heart space. And then out from your heart space. And use your inhale to draw you back to center. Take any last final adjustments your body might need, maybe a long stretch, maybe a happy baby, taking your knees wide, elevating your feet directly above your knees and drawing your knees down in towards your armpits. See if you can keep your lower back to the earth and grab a hold of the outer or inner edges of your feet. You might like to rock gently from side to side here. Connect with your inner child. Offer a moment of gratitude and appreciation to your inner child for looking after you all this time. One more breath wherever you are. And settle into your final meditation posture. That might be Shavasana, dead man's pose, with your legs outstretched. Heels to the long edges of your mat and toes flopping out either side. Arms about 45 degrees from your body with your palms cupped up. Take 2 conscious deep breaths here. And surrender into your relaxation. If you'd prefer to be in a seated meditation posture, take 3 more deep breaths, laying down. And then bend into your knees, roll yourself over onto one side. Keep your eyes closed down if you can as you find your way up into a seated position. Sukhasana or Siddhasana. And keep your eyes closed down here. You might rest your hands in your lap, one stacked on top of the other with thumb tips touching. Or you might prefer to have your hands resting down onto your thighs or knees with thumb connected to forefinger for Jnana Mudra here, the hand gesture of internal knowing, of inner wisdom. Or Chin Mudra with palms turned up, your hand gesture for raising your consciousness and your awareness. Whether you're laying down in Shavasana or whether you're sitting tall in your meditation seat, take a deep inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slight pause at the top. And pour your breath back out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time if that feels good for you. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel free to continue with this breath cycle, exhaling for longer than your inhale, to allow you to rest and unwind a little deeper into your meditation. Or if you prefer, allow your breath to return to its normal flow. As this is your practice, you're welcome to explore whatever meditation experience you would like. The style of meditation I teach comes from my teacher Alison Potts. And it encourages you to explore the joy that comes in, to let the thoughts come, to let the sensations rise up. To tune into how you're feeling rather than blocking or clearing thoughts. Allow them to enter in. If you'd like to come on a little journey with me, feel free. Otherwise, stay with your thoughts, your fantasy. I invite you to imagine that you're standing on the top of a mountain, gazing over the countryside before you. Drink it all in with your breath. Take in the colors with your eyes, the blue sky with the white clouds, the green of the trees and forest that lay out before you. Maybe you can smell the earth beneath your feet. Maybe you have bare feet and they're pressing into the soil below you, grounding you deeper into the earth. You might be able to hear the breeze in the trees as the branches rustle and move around. Maybe the birds are chirping. Allow yourself to be drawn to any wildlife you might see. Follow the birds, the butterflies. You might be able to hear some water. Maybe there's a river flowing nearby or a waterfall. And tune into how that running water makes you feel. Maybe there's a feeling of freedom, of cleansing, of love and openness to yourself and all that surrounds you. Allow yourself to enjoy this freedom, this openness, this loving, joyful experience in your mind. Notice how it makes you feel. Maybe it allows you to shine a little brighter, to be the light, to be unapologetically and uniquely you. There is no one else quite like you. We are all unique individuals. Take 3 to 5 silent breaths into your visualization experience. And at the end of your final exhale, if you are still on your back, start to deepen your breath and reawaken your fingers and toes. If you're in a seated posture, feel free to stay here, maybe float your hands to your heart. If you're on your back, you might like to lengthen your arms up above your head, take a full body stretch. Maybe hug your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a little squeeze here, give yourself some love. If you're on your back, take your time to roll onto your favorite side and use your arms to press your way up into an easy, tall seat, cross-legged position. Join us with your hands at heart center, Anjali Mudra prayer position. Reconnect with your intention here. Stay close with your breath. Breathe out from your heart space. And draw the energy back in with your inhale. And let's close our practice with the sound of one final Om. Inhale deeply to prepare. As we feel the vibration resonate through our bodies from our heart space, it reminds us how blessed we are to be alive. Bring your thumb tips to your third eye between your eyebrows. Allow us to have clarity in our minds and thoughts. Bring your thumb tips to your lips to let us speak words of kindness, honesty, and truth. And return your thumb tips to your heart to allow us to have love and compassion for ourselves and the world around us. The light within me sees and honors the light within you, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. This session was recorded for all to enjoy, but it was inspired by the Femme Toolbox Tour that I'll be assisting my best friend Karina Henwood in this week. So, if you haven't looked them up already, it's a great initiative to support young teenagers in connecting in deeper with themselves and to allow them to tune in to their emotional intelligence. So if you haven't checked it out so far, feel free to have a look. They're on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much. Namaste.